You can't motivate them. You can't fix them. And no matter how much love you pour in, they'll still feel empty. Why? Because when someone carries a deep unspoken belief that they're not good enough, they don't live in your reality. They live in a cave. And every compliment you give them, every solution you offer, it bounces off the wall and echoes into nothing. If you've ever tried to love someone who's stuck in that darkness, this video is just for you. Most people think they're dealing with depression, or maybe laziness, or self-sabotage. But when someone has internalized that belief that they're not enough, you're not talking to them anymore. You're talking to the dark inner hatred that lives inside them. An inner hatred that has one job: to shut them down, to protect them from the pain of trying and failing again. So they numb out, they disconnect, they lose interest in change. Because even hope feels dangerous, and the more you try to help, the more it confirms their fear that they're broken, and you're not. Here's the part that's hard to hear. They don't believe you. When you say, "I love you," or "you're amazing," or "you can do this," they don't let it in, because love to them feels conditional, and success feels like a setup. They've already decided that they're not enough, so your words get filtered through a wall of doubt. Imagine trying to shine a torch into a well so deep, the light disappears before it hits the bottom. That's what you're doing. And if you don't understand why it's happening, you'll exhaust yourself trying to shine brighter, instead of realizing it's not your light that's the problem, it's their belief that the light means nothing. And whilst we're here, let's talk about the communication, because when someone lives in that place of "I'm not good enough," they often can't even talk about it. They shut down, they go quiet, or they twist conversations into deflection or blame. It's not that they don't want to connect, it's that emotional honesty feels threatening. Vulnerability feels like exposure, so you end up trying to have a conversation with someone who isn't fully present because their inner world is too loud. And that silence, that inability to meet you in the clear, open exchange, it's not personal, it's a symptom of the shame that they carry. So, I'd like you to think of it this way. They're locked in a room, inside their own mind. And that room has no windows, just one tiny slot in the door. You're outside, holding love, holding hope, holding encouragement. And you're trying to push through it, through that little slot, hoping it will change them. But here's the truth. They built that room to survive. It kept them safe from pain when they were younger. It helped them cope when life told them they weren't good enough. Now, it's just become a prison, and they don't know how to open the door anymore. So your love doesn't always land, not because it isn't real, but because their inner wiring won't let it in. So what does work, and what can you do? First of all, stop trying to fix. Start reflecting. Not their brokenness, but their essence. Speak to the part of them that's still alive beneath the pain. Say things like, "I see how heavy this is, and I still see you underneath it. This belief you carry, it isn't the truth. It's just a story you were given." And then ask questions that disarm the dark inner hatred. Who first made you feel like you had to earn love? What would you say to a little person who felt like you do now? Be gentle, be clear. Let your energy say, "I'm not afraid of your darkness, but I won't pretend it's not there." And the most powerful thing? Consistency. They are waiting for you to give up on them because everyone else has. And when you don't, it quietly rewires their world. Let's be honest. Loving someone like this can drain the life out of you if you don't protect yourself. So let me say this nice and loud. You are not responsible for healing someone else's wounds. And being the strong one doesn't mean being the sacrificial one. Hold space, but hold boundaries too. You can say, I love you deeply, but I can't carry your pain for you. I'm here for you when you want to open the door, but I won't keep knocking if it's locked. And if they shut down, disappear, or lash out, remember, that's not your failure. That's their fear talking. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stand just far enough away so that they have to walk forwards to you if they want connection. So, on my closing thoughts, you cannot break someone out of their own dark cage, but you can show them that love still exists outside of it. That safety is possible, and that being enough was never something they had to earn. Because one day, if they choose to walk out of that locked room, they'll remember who stood outside the whole time, waiting with the light on.